welcome to episode 24 of Saturday Morning Momentum. I was about to say, what's up Wednesday? Saturday Morning Momentum. We are here on this Saturday. I don't know, in your part of the world, it might be sunny. My part of the world, it's kind of gloomy. We're getting rain this weekend. But I am today with my lovely friends, Jen, Lee, and Laurie, and we are going to spend some time together getting some things done, anything that we set our intentions on for today. And what that looks like is up to you. You decide on how you want to spend your time with us. You get an hour and you can do whatever you want with that hour. If it's just wanting to hang out with us because you need some company, that's fine too. We appreciate it. So anyone new to Saturday Morning Momentum, this is a 2-hour live stream. 1 hour of it is power hour, where you just set an intention and you work for an hour doing your thing. And then we come back and we kind of share what worked, what didn't work. If anybody needs some suggestions, we talk about it. People in the chat might give some suggestions. We'll give some suggestions. If we need some help, we're going to look to you for those as well. Anyone who's watching after the fact, thank you for watching the replay, and let us know what you got up to during your power hour. So how are you doing, ladies? Laurie, how was your week?
It was pretty good. It wasn't very well. It was kind of memorable in some ways. I had to moderate a Katrina event Tuesday night, and we had some people, they were small children or teenagers when Katrina hit. So obviously they're older now, and they told their stories, which is very healing, I think. And we had some wonderful, conversations with other people. And it was just really uplifting, I would say, because Katrina can sometimes not, the anniversary of Katrina is sometimes not uplifting. And then we went to our granddaughter's first home game, football game, and she's in the color guard, so we got to watch her and see her friends. And so yeah, it was a good week in that way. But I had trouble focusing on work this week. I
had trouble focusing this week as well.
Yeah.
I didn't get my intentions done this week. I
didn't either.
The week flew, and I feel like I did absolutely nothing. I really so odd.
I did part of mine, but yeah, I struggled with 2 of them, and one of them is partially done. But yeah, it was tricky this week.
Yeah. How about you, Lee?
I feel kind of the same. I had a lot of distractions this week, but good distractions, because it was like friends coming out of the woodwork and being like, hey, want to hang out? So I'm like, I was just taking the opportunities to say yes to that. So, nice. But now I'm paying this weekend by like double and tripling up workouts and trying to finish getting things done, because I want to wrap up the month and wrap up the summer this weekend. So,
yes, I get that.
Yeah, trying to do that, but not bad, because it was unexpected people that were just like, and like old childhood friends that were like, you want to hang out? Sure, let's hang out. So,
yeah, I mean, it's fun when you can reconnect with people, and it doesn't have to be all the time, but it's like a good little happiness boost to have it happen occasionally. Yeah. And you, Jen, I know you had a kind of a rough week that you don't want to get into, but
I just will say that Rena was home from school Monday, Tuesday with a cold. She's okay, but she did have a seizure at school on Thursday and had to go by ambulance to the ER. So clearly she stayed home again yesterday. So like I said, she's okay, but it's been mostly a week of being a mom and a caregiver. I did get some of my intentions done. I did film, upload, and edit a video. I did that Wednesday. The only full day Rena was at school this week. I was able to teach my class Thursday morning. I have one class this week to teach poetry, and that was morning. So that was before I got the call from the school. I did not work any on my presentation. I did a little bit of preparation for my big the courses, literary courses that start next week. But there were other things that I didn't get to. Like I said, I didn't even think about that presentation. So I'm just here trying to get through the day to day. Because as
Yeah.
Kat told me when she found out what happened this week, she said that I'm in a season of turmoil, and that is the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We go through seasons, and it's like you just have to, you can either accept that you're in that season and take it day by day, or you can try to fight against it, and you're not going to win.
Right.
At least I have never been able to win whatever that season is. But I will tell you, when you come on the other side of the season and you're in a really wonderful place and things are going well, it's like you really, really have to remind yourself to appreciate those seasons and not take it for granted, because I know I'm guilty of that a lot of times, that I forget and everything's just going wonderful and I'm just enjoying the time and all that, that I don't pause and say, thank you for another day that everything went so swell. Because we know that life is so unpredictable and there's a lot of ups and downs. Sometimes you're in that season longer than others, longer than you want to be, for sure. But I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad that, I'm glad all of y'all are here, everyone. And that this is, even if this is just to kind of help recharge and give us a little time where you're not having to think about whatever season you're in at that moment.
Yes.
So our sweet Michelle popped in before we started to tell everyone hello and hope that we have a blessed and productive weekend. Just wanted to pop in and bop the like button. I have an early morning hike with the fam to visit some waterfalls, which I thought sounded lovely.
Yeah.
And then Jamie is here this morning. Good morning. And Carmen, good morning. And our friend Jellicle. I checked on Jellicle early on. She had a busy summer. And hello, Emily. Already had one load of laundry in the dryer and one in the wash. 8 o'clock here. Excellent. And Laurie telling everyone hello. And it's 6 a.m. here, so I'll be having coffee and doing some planning. I know our West Coast friends. Telling you, our West Coast friends, I appreciate when y'all come out, because I know it's early for y'all. It's like trying to pick a time that helps everybody in all time zones. It's just difficult because Lee is an hour ahead of us. So when she gets off of here, she's going into like 11 o'clock, which is almost practically lunchtime. My West Coast friends, y'all get gold stars for being here with us. We appreciate you. And hello, Swank. Happy Slinky Day, happy Whale Shark Day, and happy Mai Tai Day. Nice, different combination there. Right. And Mindy said, I made it up by 7. Woohoo! And hello, Chris Wildfire. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, Laurie, what are your intentions for today?
Oh, it's going to be so much fun. Yeah. So.
You're working on that module, right?
No, I'm not working on the module, and I didn't work on it this week. And I'm happy to be doing it, but I'm not happy with myself. So my plan was to clean a little bit all week, because I'm throwing a birthday party for my partner tomorrow, and so the family's all coming, and you got to clean. And so I didn't do that. So I am cleaning today, and I'm going to start this morning, and I'm going to just do this part of my world in this house, which is 2 rooms and a hallway, and Sheldon's hallway and laundry room. So I'm going to do that. And if there's time left after that, then I would like to clean a bathroom. Just one, because I don't think I don't want to push this. It's a good bit of work. So
yeah. Does she knows that you're having the party?
Oh yeah. Okay. I can't surprise. I'm not good at that. My kids did 2 surprise parties in the summer. It was so stressful on all of us. I can't do that again.
I have only had to do it one time for my mother-in-law when she turned 90 years old. And it was so wonderful to see how surprised she was. And even for a moment before she realized that she was having a surprise party, because we didn't have it. We had it off, at a site, at a church parish hall or whatever. But I'm telling you, I'm like, that is just stressful, because you just because a lot rides on if that person decides if they're going to go or not, or
Right.
if something
Yeah.
comes up for them. I'm just like, yeah.
Well, yeah. And Mary's mom was the second one. She's our Nana, for the grandkids. She was 30 minutes late, and somebody was, in charge of making sure they got her home, on time, so we could, and 30 minutes later, she walked in the door because she wouldn't stop stopping. So,
That's
yeah.
so funny. That is funny. Mr. Jane has popped in. Morning. I already have my laundry done. Now waiting for the guy who is still taking down the collapsed shed. It's 54.
Oh, my Lord.
I'm so jealous. Although I'm grateful the last couple of days have been, it seems, lower humidity and not hot.
Lower temps, yeah.
I'm like, I'll take that. I'll take what I can get. But I will say, Esther Jane, your 54 sounds divine.
Oh, I would do a lot to get to 54 right now. Yeah.
Right. Yes. So Lee, what is your intentions for our hour?
Well, I was enjoying my 55-degree walk this morning when I actually had to put on like a jacket, and I'm like, oh, it's chilly out here. I did enjoy that. For power hour, I have to clean my kitchen, make my husband some lunch, and then Atomic Habits.
Oh, good.
Yes, because we got 3 chapters this week. They're not long chapters, but
I need to catch up.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And how about you, Jen? What are you planning for Power Hour?
I'm planning to read. I've got an ebook that I want to finish before the month ends. So I'm just gonna read.
Nice.
Good.
Nice. Yes. For my Power Hour, I am basically just going to work on my to-do list for this upcoming week. I want to wrap up today. I have one more book. I'm not going to read during Power Hour, but I have one more book, The Gunslinger, which I think I have like maybe 28 pages left for my summer book bingo. So I want to get that done today. But I just need to make a to-do list of what I want to try to complete for the end of August, which is tomorrow, and just get this week planned out. I love a fresh week because it just really, I don't know, it kind of energizes me, and I'm hoping I am energized because I'm still kind of having remnants of being sick, and I don't know. I think I need to have some little projects this week to do that don't take really long, but make me feel like I'm being a little more productive than I've been feeling these last 2 weeks, if that makes any sense. So that's what I'm going to kind of focus on. So, Esther Jane said, Lee, you got to love the Northeast. And so Jellicle said, my intention is to make a get well card for a coworker and do the edits for Cats and Cocktails Club Instagram post and start some laundry. Nice. Yeah. She has kitty cats, and her little the cats and cocktails that she posts are so cute. Sometimes she puts bow ties on her kitty cats.
That's so
love
cute.
seeing that.
I need to find out about these Cats and Cocktails, 2 of my favorite things.
I know. Is her Instagram? Is it Instagram?
It's Instagram.
Is it Jellicle on Instagram or something else? I gotta follow this now.
Yeah, I'll put it in the link for y'all if y'all want to check out Jellicle's Instagram. Swank didn't do much this week too. Today I'm going to read a self-help book. Excellent.
Right, good.
Mindy said, thank goodness it has been in the 60s and 70s this week. Makes the beginning of school so much more bearable since there is no air conditioning. We could not survive without air conditioning. I know back in the day, people didn't have air conditioning. I feel like we might not have always had air conditioning either. When I first started school, or we had window units or something. I don't know, but
I don't know if we had air conditioning at school either, but I don't remember being miserable, but I lived in Chicago, so it's very different.
Oh, well, it's a little bit different. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember as a kid feeling as miserable as I feel as an adult.
No, I used to spend all day outside in the summer, and I still lived in this area, like on, Alabama Gulf Coast. And I don't know if it was just being younger or if it's really gotten hotter.
It's just worse. It is.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's got worse. And Swing says it's 72. It's heaven. Plus, we're getting rain today.
Right.
We're supposed to be getting some more rain today too. But my husband,
Yeah.
I think he said it was only like 10%. But who knows? Louisiana weather is hit or miss. It could say you're going to have a nice sunny day and you have a monsoon. And
It's true. It's true.
Jamie said my intention is to get my grocery order submitted.
Good for you.
Excellent. So with that being said, we're going to go into our power hour, and we have the kitty cat set for our 60 minutes. I am also going to get some coffee. I was drinking my smoothie, but now I need some coffee. Okay, so happy power hour.
Yay.
Welcome back. I hope everybody did well. We did have a couple of people pop in. Before I say who popped in, I just wanted to put in there's Jellicle's Instagram. Hopefully the link will take you to her Instagram with her kitty cat and cocktails.
Yay!
We had someone new joining us of Butterflies and Books, and they're reading The Buffalo Hunter by Stephen Graham Jones, which that is on my shelf to read. I wanted to read it this summer, but couldn't fit it in. And then Alicia popped in, just waking up. That was at 8:58. She slept through most of Power Hour, getting coffee and breakfast for the rest of it, which I told her I think she probably needed the sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And then she said she'd be finishing up reading challenge preparations and set up this weekend. Then the challenge starts on September 1st. Video about it is live, so if anybody wants to check out Alicia's video. And then Eleanor popped in, currently waking up with some coffee. That was at 9 o'clock, and she's heading out to a library book sale, which that's amazing. I love a book sale. She said she ate breakfast. Jamie fed the cats, got the grocery order placed, and had some time to read. Nice. Courtney joined us, just passing through, going to bed, working this weekend. Glad you stopped in, Courtney. Mindy had a relaxing hour, made coffee, then watched BookTube while eating breakfast. Then I read 16 pages of 1922 by Stephen King. I love that book.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites. Yeah, it is a very good one. I mean, it's historical fiction, portal fantasy, a little bit of scariness. Not too scary, though. I mean, I guess in that book, the humans are the monsters.
Yes. Definitely.
But I liked it. I thought it was wonderful. And I'm probably one of the few that enjoyed the miniseries. I kind of enjoyed the miniseries. I mean, it didn't include everything, but I don't know. It worked for me. I'm kind of a weird person that the movie doesn't have to be, exactly, because I kind of understand how that works.
Yeah.
Hollywood versus, writers or whatever, and then they have a limited amount of time. And sometimes Stephen King's books don't translate really well on the big screen. I think it depends on whose hands it's in. I will tell you, The Life of Chuck was amazing.
I cannot wait to see it.
If you have not seen, well, first of all, I would read it.
Yeah.
It's weird the way he formatted it, and when you realize what happened, you're like, oh, gotcha. But after watching the movie, it made more sense how he did it. But the movie, I think it's just wonderful. It's
Mike Flanagan can do no wrong, in my opinion. He's great at everything he does, and he is like, his Stephen King adaptations are amazing.
Yeah, he did a phenomenal job, and I think also the casting was well done. And I don't know, I really can't say anything bad about it. I really liked it. I wasn't expecting it to. I don't know why I didn't expect it, because it did when I read the story, but I think it impacted me more visually seeing it play out, kind of thing. But I didn't expect it to hit me in the heart, cry like I did. But it was good. Very good. Yeah, Jamie said The Life of Chuck is one of the best films of the year. I have to agree. Mindy said we're about to start a mad dash to leave town for the weekend as soon as my husband wakes up. So I was happy for chill hour. Yes. Yeah. Hopefully you don't have to be on the road too long. Angelical didn't get any of her tasks completed, but all three have started, which is the hard part.
Yes.
I'll set them up and then spend the afternoon hiking. Yes. As James Clear would say, and Lee would back me up, that
I was just thinking that.
Do anything for 2 seconds and get yourself jump started. And then of Butterflies and Books said, I'm so excited for Mike Flanagan's adaptation of Carrie.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna watch it. have a soft spot for the original. I have not seen any adaptations of Carrie beyond the first one. I can't. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know.
I love the first one, the Brian De Palma. I did not like the one they did with
Chloe Moretz.
Chloe Moretz
I didn't see it. Yeah.
and Julianne Moore, I think is her name, was Margaret, and I didn't care for it. And I'm not sure what they're gonna do with Carrie. Like, I wish Mike Flanagan would adapt something else, but I'm always going to be interested in seeing what he does with something. So I'll be watching it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the casting was so well done for Carrie.
Yes.
To me, like, I don't see. Like, just leave it alone. When something is like perfection, just leave it alone. That's just me. I don't know, a purist about certain things. Carmen
Did
said,
you like The Shining? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Did you like The Shining, the original Shining?
I did until I read the book.
Uh-huh.
Does that make sense? I did until I read the book and until I saw the TV miniseries with Stephen Miller.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because Stanley Kubrick is a wonderful director. He's got wonderful vision. There are scenes in The Shining, like just the opening scene gives me goosebumps. I got goosebumps right now because of the music and that wide shot going into the overlook is just haunting. But I think, and Jack Nicholson is a wonderful actor. He's terrific. He's awesome. I just think his portrayal of Jack Torrance is so different.
Yes.
How it was supposed to be in the book. And he just made him so much more crazed. Whereas if you watch the Steven Weber, you really see the disintegration.
Right. The subtle disintegration.
Yes. And I don't know. I mean, The Shining to me is a perfect example of someone's, vision for it. It is scary. It's really good. I mean, I think he did a great job, but is it to me a better adaptation of the book than the Steven Weber one? And I would say no. That's just me personally. On its own, but if you haven't read it, and also too, the book is about fire, and that one is more like the cold. There's so many differences that there's a reason.
I started looking at them as two separate things so I could appreciate both. I'm doing a reread of The Shining, a buddy read with Elaine from Cobalt Dragon for September. So it's been years since I read the book. So I'm so excited to get back into it. But like you said, just Jack in the novel is so much, you can have so much more empathy for him. And you can see he's really trying. And he's grappling with all of that internal stuff. Whereas, like you said, Jack Nicholson from the get-go, out of the gate, is sinister.
He's just so unhinged, he's just so unhinged that it's like, okay, you just know you got bad vibes just from the very beginning. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whereas at least the deterioration of the character in the book and in the Steven Weber version is it's a little bit different. It's a little, like you said, subtle and a little more, I think, realistic in the sense. But like you said, Jen, it's like you got to separate it and appreciate the art for what it is. I mean, I have seen The Shining with Jack Nicholson several times and like it for what it is. It is a scary movie, just in that sense of it. But there is a documentary too. I don't know if you've seen the documentary about the filming of.
No, but I've heard.
Is it Room 237?
Yeah, whatever it is. It's kind of bizarre.
It is.
Like, I don't know how. I don't know. It's just a bizarre documentary, just in general. There's all kinds of theories and all this stuff that surrounds.
I just rewatched that too. My academic brain loves Room 237, even though there are some real reaches and some over the top things. But I'm like, Ooh, I like that. That's interesting. Let me think about this theory. So
Yeah.
it's
So when
watch.
Kelsey and I did our Year of King, we watched that, and we rewatched The Shining, and we did the mini series and everything. So it was a really good discussion, just kind of breaking everything down. I mean, it's not that the Steven Weber is a perfect movie either. I can't stand the little boy that plays Danny Torrance at all. I don't even know why they just picked him. He was terrible. So there was some things that were an issue, but overall, just the storytelling. And if anybody ever gets a chance to go to Colorado, you can go to the Stanley Hotel. That's where the Steven Weber movie was shot. The other thing is I got it on DVD, and they had a lot of commentary and a lot of special features. And so they talked a lot about weird occurrences that happened at the Stanley Hotel while they were filming. I find all that the production aspect, and that's because of my background, but I find all that interesting.
I love that. Yeah. They did that with The Exorcist too, and I loved listening to all of it, as creepy and crazy as it was. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I saw Shelley Duvall before she died. She talked about how Kubrick treated her and how he did some things to her to make her act in a certain way. He's very notorious for that sort of thing. He's not the easiest guy to work with, but she really was.
She had a lot of trauma on that.
She was traumatized, and it changed her life in a way that wasn't good in many ways. Yeah.
So I like the one in the early 2000s. I'm thinking she's talking about Carrie.
Yeah.
And the original Carrie was the best. I agree, Esther. The miniseries was so much better than the movie. Yeah, I mean, there's aspects. I mean, like I said, I think Stanley Kubrick did a phenomenal job. And like I said, I loved it leading up to reading the book. And then it was sort of like, what?
Yeah.
So in a way, I am kind of glad that I did see the Stanley Kubrick one before I read the book, because I think that made me appreciate the movie on its own, for its own, and realize.
Maybe that would have helped me too. Yeah.
Oh, did I? I did not go back. I finished reading The Shining about 2 weeks before the original film was released. Therefore, I hated it.
That makes sense.
Sometimes you have to distance yourself from watching the movie right after reading anything, just for me personally, because my brain is too much in that comparison mode. Whereas if it just kind of, I have the inkling of it, then I'm like, okay, I think I can distance myself with that. Mike Flanagan should reboot the Dark Universe franchise with all the Universal monsters. I think Guillermo del Toro's doing that.
Oh, that might work.
Frankenstein is supposed to be coming out.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about that. So Emily said 2 loads of laundry done, 1 now in the dryer, 1 in the wash, did some dishes, and read some more in Reaper at the Gates. Very productive. I'm old enough that Carrie was a shocking movie for the time. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I will never forget. The last scene of the movie haunted me forever. And I was young when I saw it, so that's why. Yeah. But it's coming, but you're still like jarred,
Yeah.
And let me not even get started on Salem's Lot. I'm a 56-year-old woman, and I'm still freaked out by the David Soul Salem's Lot with the kid at the window.
I didn't watch that one.
It's so
my God.
good.
First of all, not that David Soul was this, great thing or anything, but I loved his adaptation much better than the one that came later. But that movie, I watched it when I was younger, clearly, but still, I can't have windows. I have to have something covering my windows at night. I cannot be. I just feel like that kid is
Danny Glick.
He's coming. He's coming. Tapping and scratching at that window. I would literally have a heart attack if somebody was outside my window. If I saw it, I don't know what they would be doing. It could be a friendly face, and I'd probably still be like, "Oh my God, this is terrible."
Salem's Lot, the novel, turns 50 this year. So Hodder and Stoughton, that UK publishing company that did the 50th anniversary edition of Carrie, They have
Yeah.
a 50th anniversary of Salem's Lot. It's stunning. I actually shared my stories on Instagram, the cover reveal. So I'll be having to get that too. I got my 50th edition of Carrie. I've got to get this too. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, I'll have to get that too. I can't because it's a no by August, but I want to get. Have you seen The Exorcist? The one that The Exorcist
glows in the dark. Yes,
that
I
glows
want
in the
that
dark.
too.
It's green. So I want it so bad, but Lisa hates that movie. She hates that book.
I'm
And
going to say the fact that
like
y'all
that, she will.
in your house freaks me out for y'all.
Don't put it in the house. I was like, I'll put it in my office. You'll never see it.
It's
She's
my-
like, I'll know it's there.
It's one of my favorite books. I do, I have the book.
Mine
and then
too. Yeah.
I'm too afraid to read the
movie
book.
is actually my favorite movie. Not just favorite horror movie,
Yes.
but hands down, The Exorcist.
I love
is
the
my
book
favorite
and the movie. Yes,
Mhm.
yes. I'm a big fan.
I
The first
hate
movie.
movies.
Yeah.
first one.
Oh
Yeah.
God, no.
Yeah.
I'm too afraid. I would be
Don't
so
think
afraid.
about it.
I would be afraid that the thing would come in my house because I had it. Somehow I'd open the book and it would be there.
Yeah, that's what she's. Yeah,
Captain Howdy or whatever his name is. Later, I could appreciate the filmmaking. I do love Kubrick's work.
Yeah.
And I was just at the Stanley Hotel this month. We lucked
fun.
up. I've only been there once, but it was really cool. I told my husband I would love for us to go to Colorado. My friend used to live there.
Yeah.
I'd love to go to Colorado to go to a concert at Red Rock.
Yeah.
And for us
did
to
do that.
spend the night at the Stanley Hotel. That would be like a great little trip to go to Colorado.
Yeah.
I was in the third row of the theater. Yikes. Esther Jane. I can't believe that.
Ooh.
That's awesome. I'm learning stuff about Esther Jane. Yeah, Jamie knows the kid at the window.
Yeah.
Look, transom windows freak me out too. It's the same thing. I feel like he could get up and float to the transom window and try to get me through that way too. It's a weird, irrational fear. I don't even understand. My intentions. Okay, we're getting into intentions, but before we get to your intentions, Alicia, we got to talk about what our ladies did. So let's hold that thought right there. Okay, so did you get all your cleaning done, Laurie?
No, but here's why. My vacuum cleaner, I know, I always have an excuse. No, really, my vacuum cleaner wasn't charged. So I turned it on and it was like, so I have one of those, ones without a cord. So, well, I have one with a cord, but I don't like it. So
I don't like them either.
I'm charging it, hoping that it's not dead, cause it just was not charging. So I've cleaned 2 bathrooms while I was, waiting for the charge and still waiting. And then I put my month September on my dry erase board because it's going to turn over on Monday. So I've got what I have scheduled so far on there, and that was, I think, all I got done. But 2 bathrooms, and then I have 1 more to go. And
that's awesome. No, you still did a lot. You did a lot.
I did. Yeah.
We had the battery issue too. We thought it was the battery. We had gotten a Dyson, and not long after we had gotten it, it was like our batteries weren't holding charges or whatever, and we were really upset because it was expensive.
Yeah, I'm upset too. Yeah,
crazy. So we ended up buying a new battery, and it came with a charger or whatever. Well, come to find out, it wasn't the batteries; it was the cord that you plug into the battery that wasn't working. So lo and behold, we have extra batteries. We just had to toss out the bad cords or whatever, the adapters, whatever.
Well, that's good to know because I have an extra cord because we had the same vacuum before. We just rode it to death, and so we had to get
another. When you have dogs, that's the reason.
It's a lot.
I'm always grossed out after a vacuum because because you don't really see it except when you get the little fur balls, dust bunnies in the corners or whatever. But after I'm just like, it's like a whole animal in my canister.
Me too. Yeah. So.
How did you do, Lee?
I did good. I cleaned the kitchen. I made Marcus's lunches for the week, and I read a chapter in Atomic Habits.
Excellent.
Good.
Excellent. Good job. And how about you, Jen?
I made it 76% into my book.
Very good.
Great.
Yes, I got my, I did have to do some texting. I texted my friend Catherine to let her know that I wasn't going to the shower. It's her daughter that's having the baby. And then texted my friend Simon, who is going on a trip. He has not been on a trip in like 5.5, 6 years. So he's going on a little Labor Day weekend trip with a friend to Savannah. So it's like a 2.5 hour drive for him. So we were kind of updating each other. He's a little nervous, but excited about, having an adventure. I convinced him to do a 25 for 2025 list this year. And so he's been crossing some of these things out, and a road trip was one of his items on his list, which I'm very glad that he's actually doing it. Because I think he thinks sometimes I'm a little woo-woo with my like list and my things that I try to do with personal growth. But anyway, but I did that. I made my to-do list for today. And I also did my week next week. My husband is off. He starts vacation today, so he's off. So I went ahead and put little Post-it notes of what I would like to do, little projects I'd like to do this week. But clearly, if my husband wants to spend time with me, I need to spend time with him.
Yeah.
My husband works hard, so I need to make sure I pay attention to him. But anyway, so that's what I have. That's what I did. So I feel productive. I do. I mean, I feel tired. I feel like I could go take a nap right now, but I'm happy that I got that done. I feel a little more inspired for this coming week. So now let's talk about intentions for the upcoming week. So Alicia said that her intentions for the weekend are to finish the reading challenge stuff, go to the grocery store, make brownies for a get-together we're going to tomorrow. That sounds yummy. I haven't had brownies in a long time.
Right.
How about you, Laurie? What are your intentions for the week?
So no excuses. Next week when I come in, I'm going to make progress on that freaking training. I have a pretty free day on Wednesday this week. That's the only day I only have one thing. So I'm going to work on that Wednesday. And I also am going to have a successful self-care Monday. I just don't want to do anything Monday except read or do something I want to do.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So free of labor of any sort.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this week, I think one of the challenges I had, especially the focus was a big one, but obviously it intertwined with this. I didn't put my to-dos on for the week and the days and on my dry erase. So I think that did not get me to be motivated to get stuff done. So I'm going to make sure I do the to-do list for the month and then for the week. And then I was also, one of the things I did write down, I didn't do, and that was I found a new chair because the one behind me that you can't see, but well, you can kind of, but the one behind me is the most uncomfortable chair I've ever sat in my entire freaking life. And I ordered it from Amazon, so I never got to sit in it, and I will never do that again. I do not recommend, but so I found another chair and I sat in it and I loved it, and I was going to go back and get it, and I just forgot. I didn't forget. I just didn't do it. So I'm going to buy that chair if it's still there. But when I asked the girl, I was like, oh, I should probably come back tomorrow. She's like, it's been here for a while. Like it was a bad chair. She was one of the worst people to help me.
Well, it's a bad chair in the sense that it doesn't look good, or just?
No, I don't know. It looks cute. It's great. It's really comfy. I don't know. But I also do have to, maybe this is what held me back too, is I have to measure the back of the opening of Lisa's car. She has an small SUV. I just want to make sure it's going to fit in there too. I measured the chair, but I never did get around to measuring the opening of her car because it won't fit in my Prius, I can tell you. It will not. So
is it like an adjustable chair, or it's just
just a comfy little side chair, but that one's like sitting on a brick. I mean, it's just in the back, and I mean, it's just awful. It gives me a horrible backache when I'm only in it for like 15 minutes. I'm like, oh yeah. So
Well, you know what you saying about how you didn't do your to-dos is why you might not have been so focused. I wonder if that was the same with me. I haven't made a to-do list since I got
Mhm.
sick. So
Oh,
I'm
maybe.
wondering if I just felt like I was wandering aimlessly in a desert somewhere. I don't know.
Maybe.
No,
I guess we'll find out when we both do them.
Mhm. I actually like writing out a to-do list. Like
Yeah, me
it's
too.
kinda like a nice little exercise to do, and, so I don't know. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Makes me sad about myself, but oh well.
We're
Imma
here.
build a bridge and get over it. It's
That's right.
done.
Build a bridge and get over it. That's
There
right.
you go. How about you, Lee? What are your intentions for this week with a brand new month?
I'm going to wrap up the end of this month.
Yay.
I'm going to start prepping for my new month and for fall prep because I'm going to take the first, like September to the 22nd as like no hardcore goals. I'm just going to take that as like my little summer to fall break and then plan stuff for like end of September, October, November.
That's
Nice.
awesome. Are you going to do you have to work on Monday?
I do not. And that's funny when Laurie's like, oh, I'm going to have a self-care Monday. I'm thinking, I'd like to have a self-care Monday. Too bad I can't. And I'm like, oh, wait, it's Labor Day weekend. Yes, I can.
You
That's what I
can.
was hoping you were gonna say. You were gonna have a self-care, Monday
I
also.
can.
How about you, Jen? What's on the agenda for you this week?
Tomorrow, I do get to have lunch with my best friend. So I'm really excited about that. I'm always excited. We try to do that at least once a month. So we both really need it right now.
Mm.
She's in a season of turmoil also. So it's
Oh.
going to be good. Monday, Tim is off work. So we'll just relax around here. I think he'll do some cooking on his Blackstone, which he's very good at. So I'm excited. I don't know what he might be cooking, but I'm here for it. Tuesday, I teach a poetry class. Thursday, I have my semester courses starting to, one is Greek and Roman mythology, and then the other one is a semester of Edgar Allan Poe. So
Yay.
you know how much I love that cat. I know you do.
I love
So
Poe.
that's going this week. And I do intend to work on my presentation this week. The conference is the first weekend of October, so it's coming up, and I need to work on that presentation.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have this week. My MRI that I was supposed to have yesterday from my back obviously didn't get to happen, but that's rescheduled for September 12th. So not this coming Friday, but the next. So,
okay. Well, not too far off.
Yeah.
I'm glad you got it rescheduled.
Yeah.
For me this week, I need to write my blog post tomorrow, actually, because August ends tomorrow, and I'm wrapping up my August challenge that I did. I've decided I'm not going to do another challenge for September. I have other things I want to think about, but anyway, got to write that blog post and get that done. I do need to decide on what I'm doing with Artist Way. I did look over it this past week. I kind of think that the people that want to do the Artist Way, and I'll put this in Discord, need to read the first couple of, like, the introduction or the first chapter, just to realize that this is a spiritual type of journey. So, not sure how that's going to impact people or not, where they are on their spiritual journey or whatever. But I need to kind of figure out, just get a feel if people just want to do it in Discord, if we want to meet periodically. I mean, it's 12 weeks, so you commit into 12 weeks of your life. And if everybody's still gung-ho about starting it like the first day of fall, which is September the 22nd, which is a Monday, works out. So I got to get that taken care of this week, and figure out where everybody's at. And then also I got to think about my fall plans, just what I'm going to do with that. I don't know what is the roadblock. I talked to Alex after we had our live chat on Thursday, and she's just like, is it a motivation thing? I don't know if it's an overwhelm thing. I don't know what it is. I can't quite figure it out, why I'm maybe I just need the 2-second rule, or I need to have something like jumpstart me as to what's going on. And it could be that I just had a lot that I was reading in July and August that maybe I need to get that done.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Maybe make like a brain dump and then just do 2 minutes of yes or no. If it's not a yes, it's a no right now, and just
right.
do that.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I do think, because once I finish the Gunslinger and get that done, and I'm finished with Summer Book Bingo, I think that'll be a relief also. But also, I think it's just I don't know, focusing. Just trying to focus. So we'll see. I mean, I'm feeling kind of hopeful for this week.
Good.
So Esther Jane was talking about her experience in the theater. It was a blind date.
Oh,
Wow.
That's amazing. I've never been on a blind date ever.
oh.
Eleanor said yes to David Soul and Salem's Lot. Storm of the Century is another great Stephen King miniseries. Very scary and a great cast. I've never seen that one, but I do have it. I need to watch that one. I need to read. I have the screenplay. And Esther Jane said, and there wasn't a second date. I love that. Love it.
Brave. We had to pick up Megan. We were out to eat, and she met a blind date at a restaurant. She was on crutches then because she'd hurt her ankle, and so she went to the bathroom and texted us and said, "Come get me." We had to eat all of our food to go and rush to get her, and it wasn't he was creepy, but he wasn't creepy in a sincere way. He was just creepy, and so it just did not work out. But yeah, so she's never done that again.
I think I would be too afraid.
Me too, but I had
kudos for people who can do it. They're much braver than me. My intentions for the weekend are to pick up the grocery order and prescriptions, also to do some decluttering and start prepping patterns, and make a materials list for my grandkids' Halloween costume.
Oh, I love it.
Nice.
That's amazing. She's so talented. Jamie's so talented. Alicia said my house does that with a vacuum cleaner, all the cat hair and crumbs. Yeah, but I can guarantee you, Alicia, your cat hair pales in comparison to Luna Bell's fur.
I don't know. I have a golden retriever.
She is even worse than Bailey. I'm telling you, that just I love a German Shepherd, but oh my gosh, their fur, you just gotta. Anyway, Carmen says, I'm a total wimp. I avoid horror for the most part.
No, not a wimp. You know what your preferences are.
You know what your preference is. I'm right there with you, Alicia says. My intentions are reading all my buddy reads. Yes, because guess what? We are starting on September 1st. We're starting our next Brady book. We have 3 books for the Brady Beaumont. I guess it's going to be Walker Reynolds group, because I think we have an Allie Reynolds or whatever. But this has turned into this humongous.
I love hearing you guys all talk about this. Like all of you are doing it.
It's exciting, honestly. So I got to finish my Beaumont number 8. That's another thing I got to finish this weekend. But we're starting our Brady book on the 1st. And I'm excited because it was one of the books I inherited from my mom. So I didn't have to worry about trying to find that one, And to Alicia, that makes me feel better. Angelical said, my intention for the long weekend is to spend as much time outside as possible because the weather is suddenly fantastic. So hiking and some yard work and relaxing on the porch. That sounds amazing. Jamie says, self-care Monday sounds like a great idea. I'm off Monday too. Yeah. If you have your Mondays, self-care Monday on September 1st. I love that it's September 1st on Monday. So Eleanor said, I got sidelined with unexpected life events, so wasn't able to do much in my art journal last week as intended. I plan to just enjoy the weekend as it plays out and try the again this week. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And remember that you're still recovering from COVID. I get it. Yeah. With your focus and motivation, which I am realizing that, Jamie. It's such a weird thing. And I said to myself, I mean, this is the first time I've had somebody tell me I have it, because I don't hardly ever go to the doctor. I don't usually feel bad enough to go to the doctor. If I have ever had it before, it did not have this. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't remember ever feeling this before. It's just very odd. An odd illness. And Alicia says, I have 2 cats. It's like embedded in the carpets.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have any carpets, but you can see it. And my Dyson has an attachment that has this laser. And so I can literally vacuum in the dark. You almost do, because when you see what's on your floor, but you turn the light on, you don't see it. But
Right.
you turn the light off and you see it, you're like, ooh. Ooh. The worst is when you vacuum and everything's looking great, and then you go back over that spot and you're like, really? Where did that come from?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we have the new carpets are wool. And so the wool is shedding and so I've had it like, gunk up, and I've had to roll the roller and pull out like all this. And I've never had to do that with the other carpets. So, I mean, I love these rugs, but yeah, it's a lot. Wool is a mess. I shouldn't have maybe chosen that.
Right.
It'll stop eventually.
Well, at the time, I mean, they're probably aesthetically pleasing to you.
Oh,
right?
They're gorgeous. Yeah, I love them. Yeah, in that regard. But yeah, that's
And Kat, it's so much fun. Yes. Our little buddy group read is, and you know what's odd about these books? I don't know if it's just the type of books they are. It's almost like watching television. That's how the books are. It's almost like watching a episode of like Columbo or Rockford Files, so those kind of TV shows where there's a mystery and then there's a murder, or like even a Murder, She Wrote. They're not as cozy as Murder, She Wrote, but they're grittier. But it's almost like because you read them like one behind the other kind of thing. It's almost like them, like. Unless you've had that experience. But anyway, that's kind of how it is. It's like you pick up wherever you left off. There's that underlying story of their story, and then you have whatever the current mystery is. So you're getting to know the person, the character, just like you would know a person. So you look forward to like your weekly episode.
Yep.
Yeah. That's how the Hawthorne and Horowitz ones are, by Anthony Horowitz. I'm on the 4th one, I think now, and yeah, it's like, oh, they're back. I'm so excited to be back with them. No matter how crazy they are.
I mean, I've had
this the J.A. Jance series?
J.A. Jance.
Okay. I was gonna say,
so what ended up happening is it all started with Storm. With March Mystery Madness. She was going to read this and asked if anybody wanted to buddy read. And the book I have is an omnibus. It has 3 novels in it.
Yeah, I remember you said that.
And she was like looking for a buddy reader, and it was one that I had inherited. And I'm like, I think I have that book. And so that's how we started. But we ended up reading all 3 like that month. And then we added Carmen, and Esther Jane wanted to do it too. And then Michelle has come in. It's just, and then Stormy's like, well, we have another book. Brady's going to meet Beaumont in book number whatever. And then we find out that Allie Reynolds is coming in the picture. But before Allie Reynolds, there's a Brandon Walker. So
they just keep at that. Wow.
Right. So it's just been fun. It's just been a fun experience, and hanging out with the ladies reading these books. But
Good.
Yeah. So the COVID fog is real.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is not fun when you already have like menopausal fog, which thankfully I'm over that hurdle. But sometimes I do think even when you're postmenopausal, sometimes I think it affects your brain.
Yes.
I do too. And your vitamin D, don't forget your vitamin D. If it's low, you're going to feel all kinds of foggy.
I know. As a woman that we have to go through all this. I mean, we're all good until about around the 6th grade. And then it's like hormones.
Yes.
Oh, exactly then. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yes. And you have people to talk to about them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And I
good.
love our group. We have an amazing group. I will tell you that. Jamie Lee Curtis is the new
Oh.
murder she wrote. Yes.
No
Oh.
kidding.
I've
Like
heard
as in the lead character?
that is what I've heard. I haven't seen anything.
Wow.
But you know what else had happened with Jamie Lee Curtis? It's weird. Jamie Lee Curtis and Nicole Kidman are supposed to be doing something with Kay Scarpetta, which is the Patricia Cornwell books.
Oh.
Well, you would think that Jamie Lee Curtis would be Kay Scarpetta.
I would have thought so too. And I was
However,
really?
Nicole Kidman,
Yes.
and I'm like,
Glad it wasn't just me. I was like,
well, you know why? Because Kay Scarpetta in my brain is Patricia Cornwell.
yes.
Yeah.
I
We're
read it.
twins.
I
Yeah.
see her like I see her, and
Yes.
Jamie Lee Curtis kind of favors Patricia Cornwell.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm like, I
I
hope it's not
understand.
funky. I really hope it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. And they are fast reads. I agree.
Okay, good. Somebody gave me one, but I don't think it's the first one, so I've never picked it up.
Yeah, and I don't know if she has standalone ones either. It seems like she has they're all series, but
Yeah.
they're different,
I'll check and
different
see.
characters.
Yeah.
Oh man, something to look forward to.
Mhm.
I'm already scatterbrained and overstimulated. Just wait, Alicia. I'm
Yeah.
just telling you. Being a woman, I mean, there are lots of wonderful reasons to be a woman. I will say that, but the whole hormonal thing is not one of them.
No, it's not.
It's true.
Okay, so that is the end of episode 24. I cannot believe it. So episode 25 next Saturday. I have nothing else planned for next Saturday except to be here with y'all. So anyway, anybody have anything they want to say before we sign off? Anything going on in your neck of the woods content-wise that you want to plug?
I do. I have next Saturday, it'll be 12 o'clock Central, 1 o'clock Eastern, the live show book discussion for my Literary Love Book Club for Crypt of the Moon Spider by Nathan Ballingrud. If you haven't gotten to it, you still have time because there's still a week, and it's only, I think it was around 90 pages on my Kindle. And I didn't get a co-host this time because it's such a short book and life has been so chaotic. I didn't want to have to try to coordinate. So I'll be the only one on camera, but I would love to have you all in the chat to talk about Crypt of the Moon Spider.
Awesome. We'll have to plug that in Discord. Esther Jane was saying Jessica Fletcher, but it's a movie, not a
Yeah,
TV show.
that. I'm excited. Yay.
Yeah, I think that would be fun. So thank y'all very much, everyone, for being here for another Saturday morning momentum. I hope that y'all enjoy your weekend, your long weekend. Have some self-care for Labor Day. I think that's a great prescription for everybody. And enjoy your book hunting, Eleanor. And until we meet again, y'all have a fantastic weekend. Stay amazing, be adventurous, but just safe in your adventures because we want to see y'all again very soon. Oh, and all of you with your 54s and 55 weather, y'all suck up that weather. Suck up that weather and think about your southern friends down there.
We're not well. We're not well.
In your 70s and 80s over here.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, we will talk to y'all soon. Bye.
Bye.